Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for attending today's event. And we have a few special guests that we'd like to recognize as we prepare for our big announcement from the Central State University Athletic Department. First, we'd like to welcome Ms. Sharon Clark, President-elect of the American Volleyball College Association. Mr. Wade Gerard, CEO of First Point Volleyball Foundation. Mr. Anthony Holloman, who's our SIAC Men's Volleyball Chairman, as well as the Athletic Director at Fort Valley State University. Our Athletic Director, Ms. Tara A. Owens. And our President, Dr. Cynthia Jackson-Hammond. Without further ado, I'll open the floor for Ms. Cynthia Jackson-Hammond to come up and give her remarks.
Thank you so very much, Nick. It is indeed a pleasure to have all of you here to hear this big announcement for Central State University. We are always very, very happy when we have partners from all over who see the value and the worth of our institution and wish to support not only the institution, but specifically the students of this great institution. So this is all about you. We have a phenomenal ladies volleyball team. I mean, they just spike it out the park. And we are always happy when those games happen here at the university. And we feel like we would be remiss if we did not offer those same wonderful opportunities to men's volleyball. So with that being said, we were approached to have a support system that support men's volleyball, one of the most aggressive growing sport among college athletes. So we have partnered with First Point Volleyball Foundation, USA Volleyball, Bill Anderson and the Anderson family, Anderson Andrews, I say Bill Andrews and the Andrews family, and Scott and Adrian Stoll. These are groups who are absolutely supporting the institution, not only with words, but with dollars. And this is going to be very, very important that we as Central State University step forward and bring our young men into the folds of one of the most aggressive and supportive kinds of sport competition that there is. So I'm going to ask that you spread the word, because men's volleyball, it will be alive and well at Central State University. Thank you very much. Dr. Owens.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, and thank you all for attending. First, what an exciting day it is. Dr. Hammond, thank you for the kind message. CSU is growing in so many ways, and we're very, very happy to have USA Volleyball and First Point Foundation afford this opportunity for us. They have given the conference $1 million donation. 6 schools will be a part of this process starting off in our conference. We'll receive a $150,000 grant, which will support us as we begin our program. We plan to start our season 2021, which is next year, yes. So we need all our female volleyball players. Raise your hand out there. Where are you? I know you're here. Okay, call your brothers and cousins and let them know that we need them here. Also, a very special thank you to Wade Gerard. I met Wade in Utah. They invited us out to come and give us some experiences in men's volleyball, and it was an awesome experience. Wade is the CEO of the foundation, and we want to say thank you to you for your donation to the conference as well as Central State University. Thank you to Greg Moore, our commissioner, for having the insight to go out and do things out of the box, because this is out of the box for us. 6 schools in our conference, we're hoping that it grows, but we're looking forward to be one of the first schools to sponsor this and do a great job at it. Thank you to Dr. Hammond, our president, for the insight and guidance that she has provided to the athletic department as well as this institution. And we will continue to grow and do wonderful things under her leadership. And thank you for believing that we could do this, because this is out of the box for Central State, for HBCUs, but it's a sport that needs diversity. And we're here to show people that we will provide that diversity, and we'll do it well. We're looking for a new coach. We'll be starting that process very soon, and we're looking to get started recruiting and getting the groundwork laid for this program to begin. So I just wanted to say thanks again to everyone. Anthony, thank you for joining us. We'll be competing against Fort Valley State. I'll say good luck now, but on game day I won't. But thank you so much, Anthony, for coming and supporting this venture as well. Thank you all for being here and supporting athletics. We look forward to doing many, many more things in a positive light. Thanks a bunch. Anthony, come on up.
Good afternoon. I'm Anthony Holloman, Vice President for University Advancement and Director of Athletics at Fort Valley State University. And I have the privilege of serving as chair of the ad hoc committee to bring men's volleyball to the SIAC. I greet you on behalf of our commissioner, Gregory Moore, and our AD Council Chairman, Dr. Lynn Dawson. I'd like to say a special thanks to Dr. Jackson Hammond, AD Owens, for allowing me to be a part of this most momentous occasion. The partnership between the SIAC and First Point Volleyball and USA Volleyball signifies a commitment by the leaders of our institution to embrace access to a burgeoning sport. Men's volleyball is the fastest growing sport for boys, and we believe that our institutions will thrive in this new space. So I'd like to say a special thanks again to Wade Gerard from First Point Volleyball Foundation for his tireless efforts in making this day a reality. To the entire board of the First Point Volleyball Foundation, along with USA Volleyball, for making the financial commitment to seed this endeavor. And to Coach John Sproul, the coach at UCLA, as well as the U.S. national team, for his vision and for his work to develop a platform to attract diverse talent to this game. So on behalf of the SIAC member institutions and our commissioner, we would say thank you. Good luck, Tom.
And now we'll welcome Mr. Wade to the podium to provide his remarks from the FECA.
Thank you very much. It is wonderful to be here. It sounds like there's a lot of momentum, and we're glad to be part of that momentum. And thank you, Dr. Jackson Hammond and AD Owens, to have us be alongside you on an important day. It's an historic week, actually, where we'll have 6 institutions from the SIACs, all HBCUs, announcing men's volleyball. So 6 press conferences in 4 days. By the end of the week, we'll have 18 new scholarships. And 75 plus roster opportunities. So that's really the kind of opportunities that we think are so important, and why when we started First Point Volleyball Foundation and then partnered with USA Volleyball, that we worked under the premise that philanthropy can accelerate the pace of growth, because it's already growing quite rapidly, boys and men's volleyball. And then certainly we're in the opportunity business, as you are. So we're just so pleased to recognize a few people that helped make this grant possible of $1 million. That's $600,000 from First Point Volleyball Foundation and $400,000 from USA Volleyball. Jamie Davis is the CEO of USA Volleyball, and his commitment to diversity and advocacy and inclusion really led to him championing this grant and its approval. Kenny Rogers, I want to say something about Kenny. He is the Director of Strategic Initiatives for First Point Volleyball Foundation, also on our board. And 2.5 years ago, Kenny started an initiative called Extending Our Reach to be intentional about providing opportunities to kids of color through volleyball. And that has led to a lot of great discussions, including one that I started with Commissioner Greg Moore in New York in December. And through his vision and a kind invitation to visit with you all in Orlando at the NCAA convention and the Council of Presidents, where I was joined by Sharon Clark, incoming president of the AVCA, to begin a discussion with your presidents about this opportunity. And a couple of other quick, Anthony certainly has played a role in this committee in distributing information about this sport and this opportunity, and to orchestrate 6 administrators and 6 college presidents, all with very hectic schedules, to be part of an historic week. So I wanted to thank you for that, Anthony. You're moving forward at a really good time for this. As opposed to even 5 years ago, boys volleyball is by far the fastest growing team sport in America for boys. For high school boys, it grew 22% in the last 5 years. There's not another sport growing in double digits over that same period for boys. And it's largely because of women and girls youth, the #1 team sport in America for girls, right? So we're rowing along with the current, and we're providing opportunities. So I think that's worth sharing. 80 colleges have added men's volleyball in the last 7 years alone. So you are joining a group of institutions who have found enrollment uptick, who have found applicants coming from all over the country and from all over the world. And volleyball being the 3rd most popular professional sport in the world for men, it does attract attention with this content that will now be on your athletics department website. So we're excited about that. I want to thank Scott and Adrian Stowell and Bill and Pat Andrew, to be sure. And then lastly, Coach John Speraw. He is the founder of our organization. He's the head coach of the USA men's national team and UCLA. And so with 2 busy jobs, he also created this vision for how we could accelerate growth, provide more opportunities, fill the pipeline for more success at the international level, and more gold medals in Tokyo and then Paris and then Los Angeles. So it all kind of fits together, and ultimately we're about celebrating first points, and I suppose set your calendars now, January 2021, there'll be a first point of this program's inaugural home match, and we'll be fans of that. And I hope you join with me also in encouraging 12, 13-year-olds to have their first point of competitive volleyball. Once you do, you're hooked in this sport. It's explosive, it's strength, it's powerful, and it's dynamic. And I'm excited that the community will become fans of this sport as well here at Central State University. Thank you for having me on your historic day, and congratulations.
And now we'd like to welcome President-elect of AVCA for a few words, Ms. Sharon Clark.
Well, hello, greetings from the American Volleyball Coaches Association. On behalf of the American Volleyball Coaches Association, we are thrilled and excited to be here. We are so happy that we are able to be a part of this historic moment on all 6 of these campuses. Being the parent of a young man who played volleyball and a young man of color, I'm overjoyed with where this is going and what's going to happen next for all the young men out there who are aspiring to be at places like Central State University. First, I absolutely have to say how monumental it is for USA Volleyball, which is our governing body, to provide such a grant. With that, it's definitely a statement that they are saying that in 2028 or 2032, we expect to see one of our Olympic hopefuls on our national team coming from an HBCU, and I think that's something worth noting. I especially am proud to be here today because my niece went to Central State University. But more than that, because I don't think people quite understand how big this is or how big it will be. My hope is that, in 10 years from now, we'll be watching a 30 for 30 on some brother that was playing volleyball at one of these institutions. But I really want to say, from a coaching perspective, our position and our job at the AVCA is to support all of the coaches that are out there coaching on the men's and women's side collegiately, in high school, club, and through youth. And we are here for you, Madam AD and Madam President, to support you and help you. We know that you guys are going to be phenomenal, that your program will get off to a good start, but we're here to help you make that happen and see the program grow and thrive while it's here. So again, thanks for having me, and good luck to you.
Thank you, President Clark. And for closing remarks, we welcome back to the podium Dr. Cynthia Jackson-Hammond.
It's not really closing remarks, it's a little trash talking. I never played a sport, but I wanted to play a sport. So I did the next best thing. I married an athlete. So every time he and his teammates would talk a little trash and smack talk, I was listening. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're smiling, because this may be the last time once our volleyball men's team meets you on the court. I also understand that there's a little school in, what's that little school? Oh yeah, Kentucky State, that might be in your same predicament. I haven't started talking to President Brown, but he knows who we are, and he should be afraid. So thank you so very much. Our men's volleyball team will excel as our men do in every sport that they are participating in. Welcome. This is an opportunity to play dual sports. So the options are all here for you, and we look forward to this wonderful, wonderful relationship. And it's just a little trash talk. Thank you so very, very much for being here.
And with that, we thank you all for attending today's big announcement on men's volleyball. We are excited here at Central State to be adding a new sport. And once again, thank you for attending, and we look forward to fielding a men's volleyball team in 2021. Thank you.